I have been thinking a lot about who I would have become if life had gone differently. I don't know why this thought has been on my mind so much. Maybe because recently I have been spending more time with family members, and whenever they start talking about careers, jobs, promotions, studies, and achievements, I become very quiet. Not because I'm jealous, I'm genuinely happy for them, but those conversation always makes me think what would my life would have looked like. Who would I have become? And I don't think I'm the only person who thinks about things like this. I think most of us do. Maybe because of money, maybe because of family responsibilities, maybe because of marriage, maybe because of illness, maybe because life simply happened. And one day you wake up and realize that you are living a life very different from the one you imagined when you were younger. For me, I got married very young, and honestly, marriage wasn't part of my plan at all. I wanted to study, I wanted to work, I wanted to build a life for myself first. I wasn't the smartest student, but I had dreams, I had ambitions, I wanted to do something. I was interested in biology. Sometimes I think maybe I would have gone into healthcare, maybe a biologist, or maybe I would have worked in horticulture or agriculture. I don't know. And I think that's what makes me emotional sometimes because I didn't fail at those things, but because I never got the chance to find out. There is an entire version of me that I will never know. And I think many of us carry a version like that. A version that took a different road, a version that got opportunities we didn't have, a version that became what we once wanted to become. Before I really got the chance to know my own self, I became someone's wife, someone's daughter in law, and for those years, I think I was so busy trying to fit into those roles that I never stopped to ask myself who I was. I was trying to make everyone happy, trying to be accepted, trying to be enough, and somewhere in all of that, my own voice became quieter. Then, after years of criticism, something else happened. I started believing it. I convinced myself that I wasn't capable, that I couldn't give interviews, I couldn't communicate professionally, and I couldn't do anything significant. And the strange thing is, when you hear something long enough, it starts feeling like the truth. I remember one incident. Few years ago, one of my cousins cracked two government exams. Everyone was happy for her, and they should have been. It was a huge achievement. Then our grandma said, "Can she give one of those jobs to her?" I mean, to me. And everyone laughed, and I laughed too. But I remember feeling very small in that moment. Not because anyone was trying to hurt me, but because somewhere deep down I already felt like I had fallen behind. And I think that's something a lot of people do, especially in a society where success often comes with a checklist, a degree, a government job, a respected profession. Sometimes it feels like unless you have those things, nobody really sees you. And for a long time, I saw myself that way too. Like I was the example of what happens when life doesn't go according to plan. But over the years, I have realized something. I kept thinking about what happened to me, who didn't support me, who made decisions for me, who criticized me. And those things were real actually, they happened. But eventually, I had to ask myself a different question: what now? Because there comes a point where we can't spend our entire lives waiting for someone else to change our story. Not because what happened was okay, not because the hurt didn't matter, but because eventually we become responsible for what happened next. Nobody was coming to rescue me, nobody was going to suddenly give me confidence, nobody was going to build a life for me. I had to start taking steps myself, even small ones, even scary ones. And I think things started changing when I got my first job. I became a preschool teacher. After spending so much time in hospital, I also gained a completely different respect for healthcare workers. A part of me still wonders if I would have chosen that path, but I also know that life taught me things I never would have learned otherwise. And maybe I never became a botanist, but every time I'm in my garden watching a seed become a plant, learning about soil, seasons, flowers, vegetables, I feel connected to that old dream in some way. Not exactly as I imagined, but still connected. And maybe that's something I have been realizing lately. Dreams don't always disappear. Sometimes they simply change shape. Sometimes they find a different way to exist in our lives. Maybe you didn't become the person you thought you would have become. Maybe life took you somewhere completely different. But that doesn't mean your story ended. And it doesn't mean all those parts of you disappeared. I spent a lot of years wondering who I would have become if life had gone differently. But these days, I am not interested in something else. I'm more interested in finding out who I am becoming. Also, life keeps changing us. We keep changing. There is no final version waiting at the end. There is no moment when everything suddenly makes sense. There is only this process of getting to know yourself again and again throughout your life. And honestly, I think that's what I have been doing. Getting to know myself. Not the person I could have been, not the person other people expected me to be, just the person I am. And for the first time in a long time, I feel curious about where that journey leads next.